What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley for those of you who are watching for the first time. And for today's video, as you guys know, it's about to be the end of 2021. And I just wanted to take this video and really reflect on the things that I've learned this year because I do feel like I've grown as a person. And I just wanted to share 5 realizations I've made about myself and about life in general at 21 because I am 21 years old. I turned 21 June 13th and I feel like I've really grown as a person this year. So I just wanted to share some of the things that I went through and maybe this can help somebody out, you know, never know. So if you guys are interested, keep watching. But before we get into the video, I wanted to congratulate the winners of my last giveaway. And if you did not win this giveaway, do not feel discouraged because I will be having another one very, very soon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you see me looking down at my phone, y'all, it's because I have a whole list on here that I'm trying to touch on and I'm just reading it, so don't mind that. Also, my phone case is super cute. I got it from Wildflower Cases and it's like a brown chocolate coffee type theme and I absolutely love it. So starting off with my first point, I've realized that being in my 20s, well, I'm 21, so just starting out in my 20s, I've definitely completely shifted my goals and my mindset since the time that I graduated high school, which was when I was 18. And I just think that it's really, really important to recognize your growth and see how far you've come looking back. And that's one of the reasons why I really love documenting my experiences on like YouTube and, you know, social media altogether, because I can physically see how I've changed in those 3 years. So I think that's really, really amazing to see. And for all of you guys who are fresh 18, y'all, what you're thinking now, what your goal for yourself is now might change in the next couple years, and that's okay. And that is completely okay. So never feel like it's bad to be like a different person or to grow as a person, because that's a good thing. And growing as a person can mean many different things. It can mean like enjoying your alone time a little bit more, or becoming more outgoing, or the opposite, becoming more reserved, because some people do become more reserved over time as they get older. But for me, I feel like I've become more outgoing. I've been able to make conversations with people I meet on a daily basis, and that used to be really hard for me when I was young because I'm very introverted. And I've just noticed those little things. Oh, and y'all, literally I'm about to do a pageant, which is not something that I would even think about when I was 18, and now I'm about to do it. And I just feel like my confidence has grown so much, and that's, you know, it's cool to see. Okay, so now I'm going into my second point, which is more of a financial standpoint. But I realized how important it is to save money when you're young. And I feel like your parents tell you this all the time. Like, people always tell you, save money, save money. But now I'm really starting to notice why it's important. Because as a college student, obviously I have a lot of things to pay for. Like, I'm paying for my books, my tuition, all of that. And then I'm also getting to the point in my life where I want to travel. I want to see the world. Like, I want to do cool things. And by having savings and having money put to the side, it gives you the room to do those things. And honestly, I'm just very, very grateful that I listened to my parents when they were like, save your checks when you, like, you know, when I started my job, save some of your checks and do these little tips and stuff. So that's super, super important. And if you are like 20, or if you're 18, or if you're 19, whatever, and you haven't started saving, it's okay. You can start saving right now. And in the long run, you'll still be good. Just start saving, you guys. And one of the saving tips that I always like to think about is when I get a check, okay, I always like to save like the majority of it, okay? So like, let's say I get a check for $400. I'll put $300 into my savings account and I'll keep the $100 in my checking. And then I also like to budget myself throughout the week. Like, I won't spend more than $100 on, you know, like gas and food and stuff. Or, you know, just budget yourself throughout the week. Don't let your balance go down to a certain level. Like, one thing I do is just this little trick that I do in my head. So like, let's say I have 900, this is a random number. Let's say I have like $986 in my checking account. So by having that, I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, I'm not going below 900, so I can only spend $86 this week and that's it. So by putting a cap on your spending really helps you save. And also just narrowing down the things you need. Like, you don't need to eat out every day. You can go ahead and cook. Like, that outfit that you want to buy on Pretty Little Things, you don't need to buy that right now. You can wait. Like, some things you have to wait. You have to prioritize some things over others. So There's a tip. So now going into tip number 3, and this is the feeling of not doing enough. And this is something that I really struggle with, because as you guys know, the things that you see on social media are oftentimes glorified to make it seem like, you know, they're more than they really are. And it can be hard to not compare yourself to people buying houses at 21 and, you know, starting these amazing businesses, which is great. They're amazing things, but realistically, that's not something that, you know, everyone can do, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. And I feel like sometimes if you're the type of person that you find yourself comparing your life to others, then it could mean that you might need to distance yourself from social media, take a little bit of a break, try to find confidence in your own path, because everyone's path is literally going to be different. As soon as you leave high school, everyone goes in a different direction. Some people are parents, some people have full-time jobs, some people go to college, some people, you know, go to do a trade, and everyone's life path is completely different. So there's no way you can compare yours to somebody else's, because it's not going to turn out the same way no matter how hard you try. So I feel like it's really important to just remind yourself that as long as you're waking up, as long as you're doing something every day to work towards your goals, whether it's small, just you thinking about it, about your future, then you are doing enough, and you should be proud of yourself for that, because growing up is hard, y'all. It is hard. So, you know, you gotta take pride in the little things that you do. And this goes into my 4th tip, which is, this is like, living at home is okay, y'all. I live at home, and I'm okay with that. If you are moving out, then that's okay too, but everyone is gonna be different, like I said. So as someone who's living at home, even though this is something that I choose to do, like financially I could move out if I wanted to, but that's not something that I choose to do just because I'd rather save money, and I'm kind of working towards something bigger. Leilani's crying, y'all. So that's why I decided to stay at home, just so that I can save money. By living at home, I can also travel, which is great. I don't have to worry about paying rent, and thankfully my parents are nice enough that they don't charge me, which is great. I know that's not the same for everyone, but like I said, everyone's situation is different. So if you are living at home, don't feel bad about that. That's absolutely okay. If you're planning on moving out soon, good job, good for you. You're doing it, you're doing the daggone thing. And if you just don't know where you are right now, that's okay too, y'all. That's literally okay too, because your 20s is gonna be the time for you to have ups and downs, for you to experience. But the good thing is, you know, that you want to be grateful for is that you're young, and, you know, you want to be thankful for your health, and that you're able to wake up every morning and make a new decision in life, and like steer your life in a new direction. So yeah, y'all. And now going into my last point. This one is gonna be a little bit longer, but it's basically gonna tie in everything that I was talking about in this video, and it's to make time for the things that you love and the things that you want to do. So whether that's traveling, or spending time with friends, or spending more time by yourself and learning how to, you know, be alone and enjoy your own company, you have to make time to do those things. And I feel like at this age we are getting very caught up in like showing the world how well we're doing on social media, and not really, you know, taking time to the side to really think about, do I enjoy this, or am I just, you know, posting this just because? And I feel like that's something that I experienced, and I noticed that it wasn't good for my mental health at all, because if I'm pretending to be happy and I'm not really happy, then how is that benefiting y'all? I noticed that I love spending like time. Honestly, y'all, throughout the week, I have time where I just be by myself. Like, I'll watch a show that I love, or I'll like read a book, or I'll just relax and just enjoy my own company, because that's really my time where I can reflect and plan and just remember that I'm young and I still want to make time for the things that I want to do, you know, because working and making money are all very important things, but you also want to enjoy the little moments, you know, like going out to lunch with a friend, or like even hanging out with my sister, reading a book, little things like that, working out. So even though we talk about those things all the time, like new year, new me, I'm about to work out this year, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, you really have to do that, because I've noticed that I've become a lot happier as a person by making time for the things that I love. and I'll feel less stressed and less overwhelmed because I'm prioritizing myself over, you know, a busy schedule or trying to please other people. Definitely recommend that you guys reflect and thinking about, and just really think about what do you enjoy to do and find a way to make time for that. So yeah, y'all, I hope this video was helpful for y'all. I hope you understood where I'm coming from. I feel like sometimes I can speak a little bit quick, or sometimes I don't get my point across that well, or like use my words. But I've noticed that I've gotten a lot better at talking, and not just to the camera, because to the camera was hard for me at first, and then the more I've done it, because I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years now, it's so much easier. But talking to other people in person has always been something that's difficult for me. But you know, that's something that I'm gonna have to learn to do since I'm gonna be in a pageant. What? And don't worry, y'all, I'm gonna be documenting the entire process. Right now, it was just like the application process that I submitted, and they called me on the phone and I did the phone interview and everything, which went actually very well. I was really vibing with the lady on the phone, and I was able to be myself and really, you know, talk well. But after this, it's just a lot of paperwork, and then the actual pageant is not until May, I think. Yeah, I think it's March or May. It's definitely one of the ends. And that's when it's gonna be like the actual panel interview where I'm gonna have to talk in front of people, and that's the one that I'm super nervous about. But you know, I'm gonna practice, of course, beforehand. And then that's when it's like the evening gown and the cocktail dress and the swimsuit. So I'm definitely gonna take you guys along with me when I pick out the dresses and like plan and stuff like that. So stay tuned. But I'm gonna stop rapping, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you can relate to it and you have some similar experiences and thoughts, definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love ya.